made NBA villain Dillon Brooks come at Victor Wembanyama on this play.
Dumping it down to Wemby. He falls. Brooks is there. Him and Brooks fighting for it. Watch out. Watch out now. Hold on. Dillon Brooks and Wemby. He is talking.
Oh, that's what Dillon Brooks does. He's an agitator.
We love to see Victor Wembanyama standing up for himself and not letting go of the ball here. What we love even more is that in a time where the NBA is begging for a new face of the league, Victor Wembanyama has been so dominant that opponents can't help but be frustrated because they simply cannot stop him. But here's the real question. Why is Wemby's historic year 2 dominance being somewhat ignored by a lot of people? We know he's playing very well, but in his last 14 games, Victor is averaging 27.2 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 4.7 blocks per game. Numbers of a man who just popped up on the NBA's official MVP watch. However, when it comes to all-star voting, LeBron and Kevin Durant are still ahead of Wemby, while another young star, LaMelo Ball, leads all guards in the all-star voting in the Eastern Conference on a Hornets team that is 8-27. LaMelo has been incredible. I'm not taking anything away from him, but Victor Wembanyama was hyped up to be the best prospect of all time. A lot of people said that he was even better as a prospect than a young LeBron James, and Victor has been delivering on that hype. But the question is, just how good has he already gotten? I will say, in year 2, it looks like Victor is playing like a top 10 player in the league, and we have the evidence to back that up. So what's up, Mike here, and I need you to watch these 2 plays from Victor's recent game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
25 points, 5 of 8 from 3. He needed a shooting night like that. Here's Wembanyama off the 1 foot.
Here's CP3 back out to Wembanyama. Nice show and go. Races up on Giannis. Oh, the circus is in Milwaukee tonight.
Absolutely amazing, right? But the Spurs would lose this game by 16 points as Wemby was held to just 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks in one of the worst games of his season. So why do I bring it up? Well, after this game, Giannis, a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, /champion, Hall of Famer to be, said this about Wemby.
He's incredible talent. He's probably one of the most talented players I've ever watched on TV, ever played against. He's going to be the face of the league.
Wemby's stats are legitimately historic for not only a 21-year-old, but for any player in NBA history in general. For the season, Victor is averaging 25.1 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 4 blocks per game, and as we covered, his numbers over the last 14 games have only been getting better. If he maintains those stats, Victor will become just the 4th player to ever average at least 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks for a single season. It has only been done 3 other times by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1976, Patrick Ewing in 1990, and Hakeem Olajuwon in 1993. Before we continue, guys, I want to thank DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. Football fans, as we know, there are only a few short weeks left in the season, but we have some great wild card games ahead. Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Don't let this slip away. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Korzemba, and the crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets for same game parlays for a chance at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. And do you love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered there. Bet live on in-progress games as they happen, making the games that much more exciting. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, do not worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code Korzemba and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Korzemba only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back into the video. The only other 3 men in NBA history to average 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks per game were not only all Hall of Famers, but Kareem was 28 years old, Ewing was 27, and Hakeem was 30. Victor Wembanyama is just 21. But you might say it's hard to compare past players to current ones. To that, I would counter 1, the fact that Wemby is doing something that hasn't been done in over 30 years is pretty notable, but also 2, not only is Victor leading the NBA in blocks per game for a 2nd straight season, there have also only been 7 times this season where one player has had at least 7 blocks in a game. Victor has had 6 of those games, including a 10-block game against the Blazers in January.
Scotty Barnes going to the bucket. Oh, Victor got back and blocked that one. Number 9 for Victor. Airball the layup, and then Victor gets the 10th block right there. The triple-double and blocks for Victor Wembanyama.
And according to Crafted NBA, Wemby is in the 90th percentile in deflections among all players, 97th percentile in at-the-rim defense, 98th percentile in defensive rebounding quality, 100th percentile in their version of defensive plus-minus. According to the advanced stats, Wemby is the best defender in the NBA at 21 in his second season, and it should be no surprise that he is also currently the runaway favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year in year 2. But the thing is, stars have to prove themselves against other stars in order to be true superstars, right? Well, Wemby has been doing that, and we find no better proof that Wemby has already established himself as an elite man in this league versus none other than 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic, his direct competition at the center position. This game took place on January 3rd, and let's jump into the second quarter where with just under 10 minutes left.
Or on the glass right now. Now Wemby from distance.
Now, fast forwarding a lot, with just about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game and the Spurs down 1.
Wemby's got that range. He lets it go and he hits.
Next possession for the Spurs.
There it is. Wemby over the top. That's good too.
Taking too many threes has actually been one of Wemby's biggest criticisms. He has taken 9.3 a game, but he's made over 35% of them and has a true shooting percentage of over 60%. Comparing those stats to last season, we can see noticeable improvements. Now, as this game entered crunch time, Wemby did get the ball in the post against Russell Westbrook.
Nuggets by 2. Now Wembanyama guarded by Westbrook. Big smile on his face. And Westbrook, he took the ball away from him.
It's here where Wemby's lack of strength does hurt him, although he and his team have a very dedicated plan here. They're only adding a certain amount of muscle / overall pounds to his frame year by year so that his body is able to adjust to this new weight and so that he does not get injured. On the next possession of this game, Wemby would showcase his jumper again.
Now Wemby against Christian Brown, pulls up. Oh, and he nails a 16-footer.
But Jokic would prove why he's been the MVP 3 times with his passing.
On the corner 3, Brown from downtown. Not yet. Nuggets got it back. Jokic looking for the cutter. He's got Powell and Porter.
Sled poster over Wemby, but with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, Wemby would show his own basketball IQ.
Put some length on CP. Inside, Keldon Johnson got it and a foul.
This game would come down to Jokic posting up Wemby and
Jokic against Wembanyama. Jokic backing in. Jokic falling away. Intercepted. Devin Vassell racing, and that might do it.
Lockdown defense from Wemby, the Spurs win, and for this game, Victor would finish with 35 points, 18 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. The Spurs and Nuggets would play again the following night. The Nuggets would take game 2 of this back-to-back, but Nikola Jokic would say,
I think he's a special player. I think that he's going to be one of the kind and one of the that's going to be remembered forever.
Now, to be fair, in the game the Spurs won, Jokic himself had 41 points, 18 rebounds, and 9 assists, but we have to admit, watching a game like this, Victor Wembanyama is showing up like a star. For the Spurs, Victor is leading the team with 25.1 points a night, while the next highest scorers are 24-year-old Devin Vassell at 15.2 and 21-year-old Jeremy Sohan at 13.4. The point is here, Victor is not playing alongside a current secondary all-star. Victor is carrying this roster. Against Cat on Christmas, Victor Wembanyama would set an MSG record, scoring the most points, 42, by any opponent in an MSG game on Christmas ever. He also had 18 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 blocks, while Cat was simply outplayed. Cat was held to just 21 points and 9 rebounds. This game would come down to the absolute wire until Mikal Bridges simply could not miss. The thing about these losses, though, is that these are the growing pains any young true superstar needs to go through. San Antonio is still building up its core. It's better for them to not make panic signings and panic trades to immediately short-term improve the roster, but long-term ruin their salary cap. And the Spurs are still hanging in the Western Conference picture at 18 and 19, due again to the incredible play of Victor Wembanyama, who is looking like he is going to be a first-time All-Star this year. From 0 to 3 feet this season, Victor is shooting a staggering 82.4%, which is up from 70.6% last season. From the free throw line, Victor is shooting 87.3%. Not bad, I would say, and I want to leave leave us with one thing. When Victor is on the court, the San Antonio Spurs have an offensive rating of 115.2 and a defensive rating of 109.9, which, if he played every second, would be good for 10th in the NBA in offensive rating and 6th in the NBA in defensive rating. While Wemby is not on the court, though, the Spurs' offensive rating plummets to 108.2 and their defensive rating rises to 117.7. Those would be good for 28th in the NBA in offense and 26th on defense. So with Victor, the Spurs might make the playoffs. Without him, they would be historically bad. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you never miss another video. If you're still here, I just want to let you know you are awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and peace.